Hey, welcome back to the channel. So, a lot of us carry one of these, Zippo lighter for EDC. And some of us, like myself, don't smoke. So, why would you carry a lighter if you don't smoke? So, besides collecting those things, which is really cool, I came up with 15 different things you can use your Zippo lighter for, besides lighting a cigarette. So if you'd like to hear more about that, go ahead and check out the video.
Soft. Soft punches. Conley, you okay? You good? You good, girl? You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. You ready for some more? Don't go too hard, Aiden.
Hey, welcome back to the Fortified Castle. Got a pretty funny video here today. Hi to all my viewers. Bonjour, privet, guten tag, hola, ciao, and konnichiwa to my foreign viewers. But we're going to be talking about Zippo lighters today. This is a really cool one. It's my only Zippo lighter. I don't know why that is. It just is. And I bought this. Yeah, it was because it's pretty cool looking. But watching Slip Joint Sawyer's EDC pocket dump, things he used the most so far in 2024, and he had a lighter, and he said, I don't smoke, but I carry it anyhow. So yeah, carrying fire with you is a really good thing to do. Man needs fire. And so really, but this little thing can come in handy for a lot of different things. And within 10-15 minutes, I thought up of 15 different uses that you can use a Zippo lighter for other than lighting a cigarette. And so we're going to talk about that. I think you're going to find it an interesting video and a fun video. All right, so first thing is, what if you don't have a screwdriver on you? And of course, you should always have a sack, but maybe you don't have a sack on you. So you open this up, and this little edge right here will fit down inside a screw, and you can use this to tighten a screw. Amazing, amazing. Maybe you're at work, maybe you're in a elevator, maybe you're at home, and the power goes out. So you open it up, you light it up, and you set it down, and you've got a light. So it serves as a candle and a light source in an emergency situation. Another thing you can use these for is as a hammer. So you got a little attaching hardware or something, a little tack, a nail. You need to pound that in, and that works great for that. Just pound it in. A lot of people, you think that sounds ridiculous, a lot of people will use the edge of their knife to pound something in. So yeah, you can use your lighter to do that. You can also use it to make a fire. Duh. So maybe you're in the house, a storm comes along, there's tornadic weather, you go down to your basement, hits your house, you're kind of buried underneath the rubble. And yeah, you're going to sit there for a little while till help arrives and somebody could dig you out, but it's kind of cold. So you got some paper and some broken wood around, and you can make you a fire to stay warm. Good old-fashioned use for a lighter. Make a fire. Another thing you can do is the edge of this can be used as a nail file. So you got a hangnail, you don't have a file in your vehicle or wherever you are. If you take the edge and just run it across your nail like this, it'll smooth that out. It'll take the nail off and smooth your nail out, and you don't have to be aggravated by that nail file. You can see a little bit of my nail on there that I just pulled off. Works great. It's a little sharp edge. You can use it on a lighter like this. You can use it as a signal device. So you're stuck somewhere. Maybe help is coming by in a helicopter, or maybe just people are far off and you can't, maybe you got a broken leg or something. You can use this reflective surface to reflect the sun as a signal device, and you can see it reflecting the light up above. That's how it works. You can use this to sanitize a blade. What? So in the old days, well, we were a lot more active than we are nowadays, and I think we were also kind of dumber, and so we would get splinters in our fingers and in our feet and in our hands, and we would dig them bad boys out. We didn't go to the emergency room, but you take your lighter, light it up, stick it over there on that blade, that flame, and sanitize your blade, because God only knows what you've been using your blade for, right? You remember last time you used your blade? What do you used it for? And so, you apply some heat to that and you sanitize it a little bit, and then theoretically you won't get infected, but that's probably not going to help. Another thing, I've actually used a lighter for this purpose, but in the winter it can get really cold, and you can use your lighter to hold underneath the lock, and it'll unfreeze that lock. So a lot of times locks freeze up in the winter, and really a little butane torch works better for that, which I have one of those too. But I've used a lighter to heat up a lock so that I can unlock it. Another thing, snagging clothing. So when you get a snag in your clothing, a little piece of thread is coming out. It's not good to pull on that. You're just going to keep pulling and damaging the material. In the old days, we used to just take a lighter and burn off the thread, and that kind of seals it too. You also have to be careful because it could be really flammable and you can set your sweater on fire. But it works really well if you don't have scissors. Okay, another thing that you can use the lighter for is say you have a plastic. For instance, a really good example would be those little plastic tabs they put on your car lock. And so those used to sit on top of the car door. Nowadays they're along the side, but those ones that are on top, if they break and you lock your door, you lose the lock. You can't pull it up. And so some little piece of plastic like that, it could be a radio knob. You hold that plastic together and you heat it up, heat that plastic up with this flame. The plastic melts and it'll melt together. That's not a great permanent fix, but it works in an emergency. It'll get you to where you need to go to find a better fix. What else we got? So just as a paperweight, right? So you're out there and your piece of paper is blowing around in the wind on the car, and you put it on the hood and you just throw your lighter there, and it's a good paperweight, right? So you can write or do whatever you need to do, look at a map, and it'll hold it down a little bit for you. I know I'm reaching there, right? Yeah. All right. Another thing that you can use a lighter for is it makes a great straight edge. So you need to draw a line on something, connect the dots, whatever. There's a little straight edge right there for you to do that with. Makes a great little straight edge to draw a line. Okay, another little emergency thing that you can do when you open your Zippo up, you can remove this part. Matter of fact, that's how you fill them, at least the old ones. That whole thing comes out and you just have an empty container there. And so you can take that out, take this, and use it as a clamp. So say you're trying to do something, you need a little more leverage there. It makes a clamp. impromptu clamp that you can use. While we get this thing open, another thing you do with the Zippo, now this is Zippo, this is going to ruin your Zippo, okay? But it's something that's pretty cool. And you can take your Zippo and cut it down to about right there where the used Zippo line is. So you're going to take a metal saw and you're going to cut your Zippo off. Yes, I know it's going to ruin your Zippo. I just told you that. But what you do is, if you do that, you can still take this portion and slide it in, and it looks like a Zippo lighter. But you've got all this room. You have an inch worth of room down here to put something. So it's a stash, right? So you want to take some money, ball up some money, put it in there to hide it, and put that in there, and it makes a great little stash. Or you could use it to stash other things. Okay, one more thing you can use a Zippo for, and I'm sure you can find more things to use this for, but put it in the comments if you know another thing I didn't mention. So your Zippo's out of fuel, and you can't use that as a fire source or to start a fire. Or, it's really wet and you need tinder, but you don't have another tinder source. This little fibrous stuff down in here, you can pull out of your Zippo lighter, break it up, and if you have an alternative fire source, you can light it. And so you've got a little bit of tinder down inside here that you can use even when your Zippo's not working. And even when you're out of fuel, that stuff gets wet with the lighter fluid, and so it'll be more combustible than just regular fibrous material that you might use for tinder. So it's a good emergency tinder source also. So I hope you enjoyed that video. It's kind of ridiculous, but you know what? You can do all that stuff, and I've used the Zippo for some of those things that I mentioned. If you have any other ideas, go ahead and put them in the comments. I'm sure people would love to know alternate ways that they could use their lighter. Thanks for watching the video.